Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Tony. If you join us live, say hi. If you catch the replay, say hi. I welcome questions, engagement, all that good stuff. I want to talk today as part of our Reset live stream series about this double-edged sword of high achievement and how it intersects with the way we can show up in relationships and how it often requires a level of healing that many high achievers struggle with, at least initially. Now, I know for me, even though I always knew I wanted to be a therapist, growing up, I had this kind of chip on my shoulder that a therapist couldn't help me because they couldn't possibly understand. And even if they did, they really wouldn't care. Like, they're just being paid to be there. And so if that's you, if you've had that experience, and I have had clients come to me and they have expressed that has been one of the concerns for them about seeking professional help, clinical or otherwise, it's fair. It's fair for you to feel that way, especially if you are someone that has been raised in an environment where your emotions were not safe to express, your emotions were not valid, or maybe you were parentified and needed to take on a lot of the emotional responsibility in your household. It just was not feeling like it was a very psychologically safe place, or perhaps the pressure to perform to perfection was created within you. And so you felt that constant need to achieve, and to be perfect, and perfectionism has set in for you. Whatever the case is for you, for your history, for your experience, it can create these dynamics where we have to achieve, we have to accomplish, we have to push ourselves. Because if we don't, then it feels like something bad. It feels like there's something bad about us, or it feels like we've done something wrong. If that resonates with you at all, you are most definitely not alone. There are so many women that are incredibly strong, powerhouse women, high achieving, high performing. You've done so many things. You've hit so many goals. You've accomplished so much in your life. And also, a lot of what fueled that push for action and achievement began from this place of I need to prove myself. I need to show I'm of value. I need to show I'm of worth. I need to show these naysayers that I am not who they think I am. And when it comes from that place, it does mean that at some point, if we don't shift our achievement-oriented actions out of that place, then there's healing that needs to happen. And I want to talk about how that can show up in our relationships sometimes as the strong, independent superwoman. It can come across on the outside as though you've got it all together, because you do. you're really good at getting things done, right? But internally, let's look at what that can feel like. It can feel like I can't rely on other people, and so I need to shoulder everything. I need to get everything done. Other people need to be able to rely on me, and so I'm going to be the sounding board. I'm going to be the one they can lean on. I need to be the strong one all of the time. It can look and feel like I'll be available for other people, but I don't trust that other people will be available for me. And if I do allow myself to try to let other people be available for me, to try to open myself up a little bit, it feels terrifying. Vulnerability feels so terrifying that I often fall back into action or some other way to avoid letting myself be emotionally open, emotionally vulnerable, because it is too scary. It is too raw. And I sometimes don't want to admit that, right? Sometimes you don't want to admit that. You feel that way. Sometimes you're not even aware that you feel that way. You just fall straight back into action, or I'll get it done, I'll take care of it, don't worry about it kind of mindset and kind of behavior. Because at some point, your system internalized that you should be the one that can do it all, that can handle it all, that can hold it all, that can figure it all out. You should be the responsible one. You should be the one that can do that. And it has served you well because you have been able to hit so many goals and you have been able to accomplish so much. But relationally, as a social emotional species, weighing too heavy, too much to the extreme of operating that way for too long, it actually goes against our nature. It goes against our nature as human beings, as social emotional beings that actually need society. We need community. We need reciprocity in our relationships. And so if you're constantly going and doing and giving, if you're constantly the one that people are leaning on, relying on, and there is a block with what you're able to receive, there is a block with you being able to feel emotionally supported, emotionally safe, then there is a block relationally. It's not reciprocal. There's not this flow, this two-way in and out that is meant to be. And ultimately, that blockage creates this sense of disconnection. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you felt it as the things, the tasks build up in your household that need to get done. Whether it's the laundry or the dishes or the kids' appointments or the cleaning or the car appointment or it just all adds up. And even though you're used to getting things done, there is the mental load that has now plopped itself on top of all of the actual physical tasks that need to get done. And so you're feeling what? Are you feeling like you can lean into your support system and get the help that you need to help provide some respite, to help provide some relief? Or are you feeling the gap, a disconnect, a frustration that's no longer just frustration, but has now grown into perhaps resentment or anger? What are you feeling internally, relationally? What do you wind up feeling? This is the part that gets you really uncomfortable, that achievers, high performers, action-oriented, big-hearted folks like you and I, it becomes so uncomfortable to look at this and to even believe that we need to take time to heal it, to even sometimes believe that it's possible to change those dynamics because it's not what we're used to. But if we don't, those relationship dynamics continue to get affected by the constant need to do, to achieve, to prove, to push, to perform. And no single person can hold all of that all of the time. It can create this unhealthy and unfortunately sometimes even toxic relationship dynamics in our marriages and how we show up in other intimate relationships and loving relationships in our lives. And it leaves this void that feels like, what is the issue? Like, I'm already doing everything that I can. What more can I do? Why am I feeling this way? And so sometimes we turn to wanting to point the finger, the shame and blame game at the other person. And when we're doing that with our spouse, that creates a further disconnection. And if we do it towards ourselves, pointing the finger, the shame and blame finger at ourselves, it creates a disconnection within ourselves. Either way, healing is necessary. And healing can feel like something we don't have time for, or it can feel like a weakness. It can feel like something has gone wrong. We've done something wrong. But the reality as human beings is that because we're a social emotional species and we're imperfect, we are bound to hurt one another. We are bound to get hurt because we are bound to mess up. And so there's an opportunity for us to notice when these ruptures happen, to notice when these hurts happen, and to repair them. And there's so much power in the repair. That is part of the healing process. Sometimes it feels insurmountable, but it is possible if we're willing to begin to accept that healing is part of being human. It's part of evolving as a human. It's part of our development as a human. And that's not going to detract from our high achievement. It's not going to detract from our drive. It's not going to detract from our ambition or our value or our worth. In fact, when we do it from a place of openness, from a place of intention, from a place of compassion, with the guided support that we need, so we're not wandering around blindly, but we're going in the direction, moving us towards what we want. We can do it well, and it can feel good. It is absolutely possible for this to happen. And so I wanted to come in and talk about this just for a little bit today, just briefly today, because there are so many women, and this can happen with men too, but we're focusing particularly on the modern day mom managing her mission and her marriage and her motherhood alongside her mental health. That's who we're really talking about today and in this series. If you're in this place, it can be so easy to fall back into action, to fall back into, I'm going to take care of it all, to fall back into, everything is on me, to fall back into, I'm just going to keep pushing, to fall back into, nothing's going to change, so why even try? To fall back into patterns that have served us well at some point, but no longer are serving us in the direction we want to go. And how do you know that it's no longer working for you, that it's no longer serving you? You feel that offness, you feel that lack of fulfillment, you feel that disconnection beginning to grow. If that is you, the Reset Experience is a group that is going to honor and support exactly where you're at and has these micro practices that can fit into your day to day and allows this relational healing to begin to process deeper, differently, and does get uncomfortable and does challenge you, but also helps to reset some of the precedents that's been occurring in relationships that matter to you, so that it's not resentment, it's not anger that continues to be fueled, but instead it's a deeper connection. Even when there's vulnerability, even when there's fear, it's a deeper connection that we can move in the direction of in a way that's meaningful and intentional for you. So if this connects with you, reach out to me. Let me know if you have questions. I know it's a topic that can be really taboo and challenging to talk about, but it is happening. It is absolutely happening. I see it happen all the time. We don't need to stay stuck there. It is okay to achieve high, to reach for the sky, to have big dreams, big vision, big heart, big goals, and also to want to have deeper connections in your relationships. And notice that there's a struggle there. Notice that some of the very same tactics that have helped you achieve outwardly or professionally are also getting in the way of you deepening relationally and emotionally. We can make a space for that. We do make a space for that. And when we make space for it, we can begin to intentionally heal it. I'll leave the link below if this is of interest to you, if this is resonating for you. And I would encourage you to share this with a fellow mama in your life that might be struggling internally with some of her intimate relationships, whether it's with herself or her partner. Because we need to talk about this more, or we're not going to see the shifts, the change that we desire and we deserve.